Y'all keep getting out of here.
Dude, I don't have a gun. All right, man, it's all yours. I'm out.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers.
Drop the gun! Whoa. Stop. Don't make fire! Get out, dude. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
And fight their way out.
Drop the gun!
This is First Person Defender.
Your home is your castle, but are you ready to defend it? What happens when you wake up and they're already in the house? All that right now on First Person Defender.
These force-on-force scenarios use training guns that fire non-lethal projectiles.
I'm Travis, and I'm from Magnolia, Mississippi. I retired from Praxair, worked down in Geismar, Louisiana, worked in a plant for 28 years, and worked shift work most of that time. The last 4 years, I had a day job. I have never done anything like this, no force-on-force, just concealed carry training classes, but no force-on-force. I just want to see the different scenarios that can come up and just better understand what I need to do to make the correct decision in a bad situation.
Travis is an interesting guy. He resembles a lot of everybody that's out there. He's interested in self-protection. He's retired. He doesn't carry a gun all the time. He carries a gun when he's out in public. He's worried about church safety, his own safety in the home. He's perfect candidate for FPD. And he said he doesn't have a light on his gun. Now, on a home gun, a light is a great idea. This scenario is going to be a low light situation, and we use lights to identify, and I'm hoping he can identify the threat.
Travis is at home falling asleep. What happens next is an all too common occurrence.
Hey, who is that? Hey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing in here? You need to get out of here. Hey, back up. Lay that down. Get on out. Back up. Get over there by that door. Oh. Run. Get out of here. Go, run.
Index. What did you hear? What did you see? Talk me up to where you got shot.
I'm asleep in bed. Everything's quiet, and all of a sudden I started hearing some noises. I got out of bed, got my gun, stepped into the doorway, and I saw a person to my left messing with stuff on a nightstand, on a stand. And so I was telling him to, back out, put the knife down.
So he had a knife?
Had a knife in his right hand.
And you could see it?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I'm telling him to back out. I want him just to continue backing up and get him out of my house. And when I stepped through the doorway, but not realizing there's a second person.
So how are you feeling right now?
My heart rate's up a little bit, but I feel good. It was fun. It was fun, and also it opens your eyes to things that can really happen.
Well, we're going to open your eyes a whole lot more when we talk about training.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it all right in there, back in your simulated house.
The Ruger Max 9, very popular carry gun, 9mm, lots of ammo, small package to carry. Now they offer it with a Ruger Ready Dot right on top. You can run it with an optic, and this one is made for carry. It's stone simple, no batteries, no sighting in, runs on fiber optic, and it has a very large 15 MOA dot. And it's made for the Max 9. Check it out, the Ruger Max 9 with the Ruger Ready Dot right on top.
All right, Travis, you get wakened from the bed, you grab your pistol, you want to investigate. And you're already telling me, you're like, I don't know who it is, what it is. Well, for me, number one is having a gun up really ready. Okay. I like it to be ready. But of course, fingers straight and off the trigger, because my muzzle's probably going to point at things I don't intend to shoot, kill, or destroy, because it is my house.
Right.
But I also want to be ready. to move to the trigger and take a shot. So I hear something's going on. You talked about maybe making an announcement. There's nothing wrong with that. Bad guy, are you over there by the silverware drawer? Yep. All right. So I can hear him in there. Hey, who's in the house? Who's in here? If that doesn't scare him off and I can still hear stuff going on, my next thing is I get this gun up high in front of my face and I start clearing out here. You went to this edge and went like this.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
What you want to do is you want to work these outside edges. We call this slicing the pie. So I'm coming around and every step I take, I can see, you, what are you doing in my house? You see your hands, you got a knife. He's got a knife. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. If he comes at me, I'm pointing at him. It's easy. I don't care how close he is. I'm going to be on him. This time, bad guy, you're just going to listen to me and back out. So let's go through it just the way it happened with you. So my gun is still up here. Notice this.
Right.
Hey, out. You, drop the knife. Yep, keep moving. Keep moving. Get out of my house. I want to see him. I want to be able to see him. See how I just followed him?
Right.
My line of sight? Well, you had a guy over here still. You, get out of my house. Get out of my house. So my gun is still up. I'm doing a little bit of pie slicing here. Hey, I saw movement over there on the left. I just saw his hand. I just saw a hand move out over here because I got close to this wall. You, over there. Notice, I'm finger on trigger right now. Hey, you, get out of my house now. Do it. Move. He's got a gun. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. This was you. Hey, get out of my house. Get out of my... And then you got a gun down here on your... And this guy's standing right here. Wham. All right, so now you're going to go through this. And already you got that gun down at your side. Let's get that thing up and ready, okay? All right, so we're going to come around here.
Hey, what's that noise out there? Hey, who is that?
Keep cutting, keep cutting.
Hey, get your hands up, man. Put that down. Put that down.
Get your thumb
Back
off the
out of
back
here.
That slide. Get your thumb off the back of that slide. Your thumb's in the wrong spot. There you go. Tell them to get out.
Keep going out that door, man.
So now when we get here, we do not want to stick the gun out here so we start collapsing. But we want the gun up high
Way
so
up
that
high.
we, oh yeah, so we can you see the sights from there? Yeah. So we start looking.
Hey, man, get out of this house. Get out. Put that gun down.
Shoot him. All right. And you saw how I could shoot, we could shoot from right here. I mean, we can deal with them and I can still give them hand gestures. I can work doors, push things aside. If I have to, I can go to two hands.
Okay.
All right? All right, we're gonna run the scenario again. We never do it the same. I think you know that by now. It's always a little bit different.
Springfield Armory has expanded their St. Victor line with the PCC, a 9mm carbine. And it has a very nice trigger, easy, fun to shoot, but this could be a very good home and defense gun. You could hand it to a lot of people in your family and they'll shoot it well. The St. Victor PCC from Springfield Armory.
Sometimes we don't have confidence in our skills at distance, or we need a better angle, or we absolutely have to be sure of our accuracy. So we have to close the distance very quickly. If someone's got their back to me and they're committing violence, I might have to break into a sprint for a short while until I get close enough to deliver accurate fire. It might look something like this. Quick sprint, and then I slow down, a little bit of shooting on the move. Now I'm shooting a piece of steel that's only 12 inches. It's not a human-sized target. So you get a little more leeway with a human-sized target. But if you have a range where you can practice something like this, where you can move and run forward, and you can close the distance slowly while you're shooting, you're building skills that could save lives.
First Person Defender brought to you by Ruger, Walther, Springfield Armory, Range Ready, and T4E. Travis finds himself dozing off again. Is he able to react as needed to protect himself?
Hey man, what you doing right there? Hey, y'all need to get out of here. Y'all need to get out of here.
Whoa.
Move out.
Man,
Get out.
I thought you were on vacation, bro.
I'm calling the cops.
We just wanted. Dude,
Cops are coming.
dude, I don't got a gun. I don't have a gun.
Y'all keep getting out of here.
Dude, I don't have a gun. Fine.
I don't want you in my house.
All right, man. It's all yours. I'm out. I'm out. Someone got shot.
Index, index, index. What happened?
Well, I'm in my bed, just trying to rest, getting a good night's sleep, and I hear some noise going on in my house. So I get up to investigate. Got a man messing around on one of my cabinets, and I tell him to get out of the house. And he does start backing out, but then after he gets into the next room, he pulls a gun. And
So there's
then
two guys in the kitchen actually though, right?
there was one guy in the kitchen.
Really?
The second guy I didn't see. I had cameras everywhere.
All right, keep going. Then what happened?
And so I shoot the intruder once he pulls the gun, and I didn't see anybody else in my house.
So one of the things we didn't talk about in training, and I thought for sure you were going to do this, was I thought if you encountered somebody in the house and you got them to back down, you might just hold your ground and stay where you were, because after all, you're in a very safe location in that bedroom. And if anybody represents themselves to you, you can consider that a deadly threat, because they're not supposed to be there in the first place, at which point you could shoot them. But you kept pursuing them and kept going after them.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure they get out of my house, but I hear you on being in a good spot, safe spot where I can protect myself.
Well, if there was anybody else in the house with me and I had to move from that location to make sure somebody else was safe, I absolutely would leave my safe location. But since you were the only one in there, that's something to think about for everybody that's watching. There's absolutely nothing wrong with staying right there, calling the police, and then let them make sure that the bad guys are out of your house.
Good idea.
To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.